mom had me at 17. She had my brother at 15. So as we grow up with young parents, our parents aren't as responsible as they are as they age, right? So when they're young, they got they gonna have their boy cousins around, they gonna have their brother. So the children get exposed. So yeah, I got exposed to all my mama's cousins, my Uncle Wayne. My granddaddy had a barbershop on the south side that had all the hustlers and players out there. So I got exposed to what I like to say the culture. Black. I'm the product of black culture. I was born in the 70s. I was born May 17, 1977. I was born during the black exploitation era. Most of the movies that I saw coming up were about pimps, Superfly, Matt, Dolomite, even my nickname, Charleston Blue, is termed after a pimp movie called Comeback Charleston Blue.
Yeah.
So the first half of my life, that's what I was exposed to. So that's the criminal elements of black culture, right? So I was birthed during that era, only for the 80s to come, and then here come crack. Well, my mother was never on crack, but my grandmother was, my aunts was. So by my mother trying to be the backbone of the family, she exposed us to that world. Grandmama coming over here, so we got to see what dope things look like. My mom rescuing, my cousins from, CPS situation from, with my aunt. So we got to see, from the sidelines of what it looked like. Then here comes gangster rap, and then here come, so when the crack came, the gangs came after crack. So then you got crack, then the gang era. So I'm a product of those elements of black America, coming from the single parent home. But I come from a single parent mother who tried to instill good morals and good values into her children. She had to go to work.
So with all that being said, even though you grew up in a loving home, you had all of those great values from your mom, and I understand that you had elements around you that played a huge part in your upbringing.
Yeah.
What made you decide to turn to gang life at a young age?
A mother's love is not sufficient enough for a boy. People think mother's love is not sufficient. He have to have some type of male love, and it has to be consistent to even balance out the consistency of a mother's love. Without that balance, mothers ruin boys. You love on them too long, you ruin them. At some point, he has to go through some training or some discipline, some hard teaching. Man, I ain't never been spanked by a man. I ain't never had a hug from a man. I ain't never heard a man say, I'm proud of you. It was all mama. Even though our uncles was around, they street guys. They teaching you the bullshit. And they young. Now I ain't never seen a man come out my mother's bedroom, but she had a boyfriend. So that aspect of just growing up with that missing piece of a male figure in your life, naturally you seek out to fill that void away from your mother's home. The things that your mother tell you to do don't make sense amongst boys. When she's fixing your coat as a little bitty boy and she's giving you instructions on what to do to get back home, you don't, when you become an adolescent and the things that your mother say to you, if you go out there and do that with other boys, you go get treated like a punk. And if your mother try to make you tough enough to go out there and deal with the boys, she might create a killer. So when I look at most of my homeboys, who really, really about their life, and they'll really kill you, or they really have killed somebody, they mothers was the kind of mothers who groomed them for the streets. Some of the most gangsterous niggas come from hoe mamas, street mamas, gang. You know the mama we call G mama, or they come from very loving women. Both my brother and I caught murder cases when we was children. My brother been gone over 30 years for a murder he committed when he was 17. You would think we came from the streets, but we come from a loving mother. But we were just trying to overcompensate.
And this is a surprise to even me, and I'm sure it's a surprise to the audience, hearing you speak that the things that you talk about, it would make one think that you came from a bad upbringing or a bad household.
I don't know what it's like to be hungry.
It's interesting to hear you say that. Another controversial topic is that single moms can raise sons on their own.
No, that's impossible. You can only show them how to be a good woman. Man, we had a homeboy. He used to sit down and pee. He never seen a man stand up and pee. Because your mother teach you to sit down and pee. That psychologically does something to a boy. Boys aren't supposed to sit down and pee. But what does mama do? She gets you a pot and she trains you to sit down to pee. When do you learn to stand up? When? It's a whole lot of little boys sitting down peeing. When do you learn to stand up? Because all behavior is taught, all behavior is learned. Okay, well, where do you learn to sit down? Watching mama. Why you think little boy, mama's supposed to close the door when he try to come watch her pee? Most women let her infant boy come in the room, watch her pee, watch her get dressed, and he take on those traits and characteristics from here. You can put that same baby with a wolf, and he'll behave like a wolf. So you figure by the time this kid get 9, 10 years old, he never sees a man stand up and pee. What do we learn?
Now you talked about, I believe in one of the past interview where you said that because you didn't have the proper male guidance, and what happened with you in the streets led you to go into prison, which then you believe made you into a better man. Do you still believe that right now today?
Yes, ma'am. Prison is the tool God used to strengthen and make all of us better men. Our mothers can't do it. She tried. That's why we all have to go to prison. That's why most of us who leave our single mother home have to go to prison and go meet some kind of man in prison. Say, now look out, little homie. Let me show you how to throw your right hand. Now look out, let me show you how to block that punch. He didn't know that before he got to prison. All the things that our mother tell us to do does not help us to be better men. As a matter of fact, the things that our mothers try to raise us to be, she's raising us to be the kind of men she wouldn't even date. Mama, can I get your car keys? She'll give us her car keys all the way up until she's 30. But the man she dates, she won't. But she'll give it to her, and the man she dating will sit up and say, well, you let that boy do every goddamn thing. He can get your money, he lied to you, I lied to you, goddamn. I'm fucking you. Is he fucking you? You and your boy fucking? Motherfuckers start thinking of a woman and her son fucking because she make him her man. And he be a weak motherfucking man. When he leave his mama, he be weak in a motherfucker at another woman's house trying to play man. That's why he run back to mama. That's why mama in his business and know what's going on between him and his girlfriend. That's why she wanna know. She raising him to be this weak man and she wouldn't even date her motherfucking self. Me and my mama, man, I could get in trouble at school. And then my mama come home, we already know mama tired at the end of the week, but boy, she done got paid. Man, we already know to come home from school on Friday, clean up mama room, wash whatever dishes in that motherfucking kitchen, make that house look pretty, and say, mama, can we go somewhere? Where you think I learned how to play on women? Playing on mama, lying to mama. Mama, I didn't do it, the teacher lying. Where you think most men learn to be promiscuous from? They mama, they don't have women like their mama. That's why they go do women the way they do women.
You don't think that behavior can change?
Only God can change that. And most of us are operating without some type of spiritual moral compass. We rule by our feelings and our ideologies, our beliefs.
True.
That's why we're so divided as a race and as a nation, because we don't serve a one God. The Hebrew got a God, the Muslim got a God, the Christian got a God, the Buddhist got a God, the pimps got a God, the Crips got a God, the G, everybody got a God. And it's all ideologies.
After coming home, after a certain time, you decided to change things up a little bit, change the way you do
I
things.
wanted to go to prison though. I grew up believing that going to prison was a part of being a man. And I wanted to be a superman. And in the black community, nobody's more of a superman than the guy who's been to prison. A high value man is not even compared to a superman who's been to prison. Even now at times, as a 44-year-old, 45-year-old black man who feels somewhat successful, at times I feel like, man, I missed out on something by not going to prison. When I look at the pictures that Big Meech and them take in prison, and they post them on social media, and them niggas' skin be clear, their muscles be big, their body postures look strong, the group photo gives off this message of camaraderie. That's appealing. That's very appealing. So as a kid, I watched Uncle Wayne go to prison, Uncle Joe went for killing somebody, Jeffrey went, Naki went, Uncle Boosie wasn't. So I watched all these black men go to prison in my family, so I grew up believing that was a part of manhood. Because I have a young and impressionable mind, right, as most children do. When I spent a night over my homeboy house, hey, where your dad at? Oh, he coming home from prison. Where your brother? Oh, he in jail, he ready to go to prison. Man, my uncle, he just came home from prison. And Uncle cool little motherfucker. And when you look out into the community and you see the welcome home prison party, shit, who would want one of them goddamn parties? So when my cousin Tashay graduated from Sam Houston High School, her party wasn't like that prison party. So as kids, we sitting back saying, man, which party would you want to? Man, fuck graduate. I want that welcome home prison party. Man, they just gave me $2,000. You see that? Golly. So as a kid, you trying to rationalize what has more value. And you watching not only in your family, in your community, these people be celebrated. Then when you cut on the television, you start seeing, express yourself. They in jail rapping. They in jail rapping with them chains on. So now this is being propagated and promoted through the culture. When I put my headphones on, I'm mad at mama. I'm listening to it in the headphones. Now it's solidified by words. Faith comes by hearing. I'm seeing it now, I'm hearing it. Not just in my family, at other people's houses, in the community. So gangsterism was propagated and promoted to black children. And we thought it wasn't no other way. If you want to be a man, you gotta kill somebody. And even now today, guys who come home from prison, if you've never been to prison, they'll say, man, you couldn't have made it on such and such yard. You ain't never been no nigga, I walked the yard, something. So they'll make you feel less than a man because you hadn't been able. Yeah, so that's the battle between the black males. We in the barbershop talking, but nigga, you ain't never been to prison, you couldn't have made it. But you niggas can't make it in life. We can't make it in prison. Y'all made it in prison, but obviously y'all can't make it in life. And so we're diminishing them. You guys, so even our kids think, well, man, he's the OG such and such. And man, OG can't think out of here. He a hell of a nigga now. Not only when OG come out here, he loses muscles, he loses weight. He only a hell of a nigga in prison. So prison have produced some of the best black men that American society has ever known under any institution. Slavery, school, church, prison. Ain't nobody done black people better than prison. They produce the best black men.
But it's forced.
Well, it's not forced. It's by choice.
Once you in prison, it's
No. You chose to break the law.
Absolutely.
It's by choice.
Absolutely.
We didn't force you to come here.
Absolutely.
Half the niggas in prison broke in. Half the niggas in prison broke in. They only broke the law because they think there was no consequences to it. It's some niggas selling dope from their phone and posting it online. It's some nigga rapping about what they doing in real life and they really doing this in real life. No, they not forcing you to go to jail. I don't know no innocent man that I personally know is innocent in jail. Every nigga I know done something to go to jail.
Not like forcing you to go to jail, but like the behavior that you learn, because now you have.
My mother was saying go to
Because of
school.
what you've
My mother was saying go to school. My
Mhm.
mother was teaching me good morals and good
Mhm.
values. She didn't teach me to break the law. I chose to reject what my mother was teaching because the culture says this is a black man. There's no real positive male images in the black community for us to decipher from what's a good black man. The black man that our mothers are telling us to be don't even exist in her bed. Our mothers are telling us to be the kind of man she can't even attract into the house. So how can she guide me to be a man when she don't even have a man? She don't even know a man. Her daddy was fucked up. Her brother was fucked up. My daddy was fucked up. She had a baby by my sister. How can she tell me what kind of man to be? She ain't, mama, you ain't got a man. Or the man you got, look what kind of man you got. Mama, how you gonna shape us boys to be this kind of man that don't even exist but nowhere in your head? That's what's happening to the black boy, trying to listen to his mama become a black man that don't even exist nowhere but in his mother's head. With these unrealistic expectations of a man.
Now, a lot of people, we know you as being very charismatic and very much opinionated on a lot of subjects, specifically where you talk about hip hop being demonic and pro-death, in which you talked about briefly just a moment ago when you talked about how music is, when you put the headphones on, this is what you hear, this is the lifestyle you're trying to lead. Like, how do you feel that people are, is it entertainment is what I'm asking you? Is this for entertainment?
Not anymore.